Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Amy. If you are new here, if you're not, thanks so much for coming back. Today we're going to continue the intermittent fasting series that I've been doing. This is week 12, so you're gonna get updates. I didn't do a week 11 video. I know that I promised to do a week 11 video and said that I was gonna have my husband join me and tell me all about his results. But my labs didn't come back and we got kind of busy, and my husband's on night shift right now, so things are a little bit squirrely. So I promise I will do I will do a video and update everybody when I get my labs back with my TSH and some of my other blood work that I had done. And then I will also do a video with Tim in it and let you know where he's at, what his progress has been, what his results have looked like, and that kind of stuff. It just didn't kind of work out. But I'm going to come to you with my week 12 results. If you don't want to miss any of these updates, or you want to go back and check out my progress up to this point and get kind of caught up, and so you can follow me on my journey, then go ahead and click the subscribe button down below so that you don't miss these videos, so that you can get notified when they come through. And with that, we're just going to jump into week 12. So at week 12, my average weight, y'all, I'm so excited to tell you this, my average weight was 179.5. I've been trying to get below 180 for what feels like forever. And so I finally did. My average was 179.5. That is down. My last update was at week 10 and my average weight was at 181.68 pounds. So that is down from that. It is down a total, or down 2.18 pounds. So just over 2 pounds in 2 weeks, which is like a pound a week, which is pretty good weight loss. And overall total, that puts my total weight loss at 13.5 pounds. Pretty proud of that. And so in the last 2 weeks, I've lost 2.875 inches off of my body, which I measure. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before. So the measurements that I take, I do around my neck and then around my bust, like my boobs, just under bust, my waist, the widest part of my waist, like around my belly button, and then my kind of like hips area, and then I measure my thigh, my calf, my upper arm, and my forearm. So those are the places where I'm taking the measurements from and getting lost. So it's a combination of all those places, lose some here and there. But anyway, those are the measurements that I do. So 2.875 inches from week 10 to week 12. And then total overall, since I started intermittent fasting 12 weeks ago, I am down 24.5 inches. Maybe a little more than that, because I didn't start measuring right from the get-go, but I started measuring about 10 days in. So since I started measuring, so technically I guess 11 weeks ago, but since I started measuring, I am down a total of 24.5 inches, which is crazy. You know, if you've struggled with weight for any amount of time, or tried and failed at any diets or anything like that, you know that losing and keeping off and not struggling is an amazing thing. So 12 weeks, guys. For 12 weeks, I have stuck with something, and it's not hard. I'm more excited about it now, 12 weeks in, than I was when I started. And that's not to say that I wasn't excited. I was. I just am more excited about it now because it's working and the benefits have been fantastic.
I love you.
I love you. Close the door. I lost my place because there was a kid interruption. So my average fast this week was 17.6 hours. There were a couple of days where I went longer than that. There was a day in there where maybe I went less than that. It's been an adjustment. My husband doesn't usually work nights, and he has been, and so I've been struggling with like nighttime wanting to snack. Like the kids are in bed, it's quiet. I sit down to read a book or watch TV and think, oh, this would be so much better if I had a snack. And for the most part, I have just kind of ignored that, you know, done what I needed to do and gone to bed. There have been a few nights where I just, you know, I may have ordered brownies and cinnamon Polo Barts from Papa John's and then had to fast later the next day to make up for it. But overall, not bad. Still averaging over 16, which is my goal. Now I'd mentioned lab work and wanting to get the results of that. I have one lab back, and I did want to mention it because it's kind of a big deal. Back in January, I had some blood work done, and they did an A1C test, which, if you don't know, is what they use to measure basically your average blood sugar glucose levels over like a 3-month period. And it's how they monitor for type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, things like that. So they watch that number, and there's a range of normal, and then there's a range of pre-diabetic, and then there's what's considered actually diabetic. So when you're diabetic, it's going to be higher, and they kind of want to maintain, and that's how they kind of gauge your treatment. Pre-diabetic means, hey, you know, if you don't change something, you're going to be in the diabetic category. So my A1C back in January was 5.3, which is still in the normal range. The normal range is 4.8 to 5.6, but it was at the higher end of the normal range, which means that I was getting dangerously close to that pre-diabetes stage, and type 2 diabetes is pretty prominent in my family. I have a couple of aunts who have it. My sister actually was kind of in a pre-diabetic-ish state, and so it's genetically a thing that we are kind of predisposed to. So when they retested my A1C, I was actually really excited to see what that was at, and like I said before, it was in normal range. It was a 5.3, which is good. But check this out. I started fasting in March, and I had 2 months later had my A1C drawn. My A1C is down to 4.9. So not only is it well within the normal range, 4.8 is typically what they consider normal. Mine's 4.9, which is fantastic. It can't go much lower. But additionally, I'm not even close to the pre-diabetic range. So I basically eliminated my risk of developing type 2 diabetes at this point. Like, that's fantastic. That's amazing to me. Such good news. So I'm really excited to share that one. Like I said, when I get the rest of the labs back, if that happens anytime soon, I will share with you like what my thyroid is, what, you know, like my cholesterol and kind of where those are at. I haven't had some of those drawn before, but I'll still share what the results were. And anything that I've had that's a duplicate test since before I started fasting, I will share any difference in those numbers with you as well. But that's where we're at for week 12. All good things. I am still so excited about this way of life and the changes that it has brought about for me. I've actually had a couple really close friends and family members say that they had watched these videos and had been inspired to start trying intermittent fasting for themselves to see if they could get control of their health and just feel better. And that it's really exciting to me. I am so happy to share this message and to know that it is inspiring people to look into it and see if it's something for them and help them feel better too, because it's been so remarkable for me. So again, if you want to follow me along on this journey and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Like this video if it is something that you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me down in the comments below, and I will see you back here for my next update. Thanks for watching. Bye.